In this video, we are doing ISO, which stands for isometric chest pulls, or as I call them, pull-aparts. Now, if you do not know what an isometric exercise is, it is pretty much when you exert maximum force on an immovable object, and basically you are not lengthening or shortening the muscle at all. It's just in one steady position. You're squeezing, creating as much force within the muscle as you can, and then you rest after. If you have not tried these are great for building more muscle fibers and actually have been shown to develop more strength within a muscle. So all you need for this exercise is a kettlebell, or you can use a towel if you have no weights or anything available. Pretty much you can perform this exercise on anything. If you find a tree, you could use a tree. So it's very versatile, but I'm going to use a kettlebell to pretty much show you an easy representation of how you do this exercise. Now, when you have the kettlebell, you want to place your palms on the sides of the horns, which are the curved areas of the kettlebell. And once your palms are there, just overlap your fingers and grasp it. You want to hold the kettlebell pretty much in front of the lower half of your sternum. And if you do not know what that is, your sternum is that bony section in the middle of your chest. So just go to the middle of your chest, feel it, and just go down towards the lower portion. Hold the kettlebell there, and we are going to simply flare the elbows out just slightly and pull the kettlebell as if we were trying to rip it in half. So imagine you have a piece of paper and you're ripping it down the center. That's what you want to do during this exercise. So you're going to grab it, elbows out, and squeeze as hard as you can. Now, when you're about to start the movement, you want to take a nice deep breath in. And we're going to do what are considered deep diaphragmatic breaths or warrior breaths. They all have different names, and there's different variations. So I'm just going to show you one. And simply, you just take a deep breath in through your nose, and when you exhale, you hiss with your mouth. And that creates some tension within your abs, so you're bracing your core through the movement, and it helps you create more force on whatever you're trying to pull apart. So we're gonna have the kettlebell, palms on the horns, wrap the fingers over, place it in front of the lower half of the sternum, have those elbows out, and a slight bend in the knees. Make sure you are not slouching. You want that proud chest. To get that proud chest, remember, Superman, act like you're Superman, ripping your shirt off, and then get into your, well, come on, you should know what Superman is. I'm not even gonna explain that much. So, Superman, you got that proud chest. Act as if there is a string tied to the crown of your head and someone is picking you up from that string. And what that does is help you imagine someone's pulling you towards the sky, and it simply straightens your spine out for you. So you have a nice, tall, neutral spine. Make sure you don't have any anterior pelvic tilt, so no duck butt. Have that pelvis under the rib cage, proud chest, and you should look like this. So, get our weight once again, have it in front of us, nice and tall, proud chest, tall through the spine. Take a deep breath in, elbows flared out. That's basically it. I only held it for a short period of time because I doubt you want to see my face turn red or just make a hissing noise for 12 seconds. It'd be kind of a waste of footage in the video. And you basically want to hold this movement just for 7 to 12 seconds, but you do not want to ease up on it at all. You want to keep that maximum force throughout the whole movement. And when you're pulling the kettlebell apart, it's actually working out the posterior part of your body. So your back, your traps, your back of your shoulders, your rear delts. And even though it's called a chest pull, it's actually a back exercise. During this exercise, you got your back, your shoulder blades are going together, and you're squeezing and contracting the muscle. So I'm going to show you a back view so you can understand what I'm talking about when I have the weight in my hands. And that's basically it. A few things to look out for is not to overextend in the thoracic portion of your spine, which is from pretty much here to here. And what a lot of people may tend to do is pull it apart and spread it, but they're pretty much overextending their spine, and that could cause an injury if you create too much force. You want to remember your elbows are going back and your shoulder blades are going together, so you're really squeezing that back without lifting your rib cage up. So keep that rib cage in place and and make a weird face. People might want to join the exercise with you and think you're a cool cat. And that's pretty much the ISO chest pull / pull aparts. I'm gonna name them pull aparts from now on because that's how I roll. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And check out the other ones I got up. And I'll see you next time. So keep on keeping on. See ya.